some of you may be terrified or scared or have the fear of giving birth. And fortunately, because I've done it before, I don't have that specific fear. But here's why. I've experienced it. I've gone through it with Harvey, and the knowing that the pain is temporary, and once Harvey was born and they laid him on my chest, it was one of the sweetest moments where the pain and the agony of it just kind of went away. And some women don't experience that. For one of my girlfriends, it took about a month to feel that connection with her baby. But for me personally, I don't necessarily fear with baby boy being 38 weeks to a few days, 38 plus. He could be coming any day now. I don't necessarily have that fear. And I just want to encourage you that if this is your first birth and you're whether you're 12 weeks or you're 39 weeks pregnant, there is such a sweetness that comes, even though it is one of the most challenging things that your body will go through. The pain is temporary, and years down the road you may remember the pain, but it's all so worth it when you have that baby in your arms and they're growing and you're nurturing them. So trying to keep that focus when you're thinking about childbirth, if that is your specific fear. There are a lot of different things that can be fearful and scary in the journey of pregnancy, trying to go full term. Then you're going into your birth and labor plan and all of the things that could go wrong, may go wrong. And then motherhood. After the baby's born, there could be fears of becoming a mom and having to make sure that human stays alive. And so there's a whole array of different fears that may arise in your heart and in your mind. For me personally, the last few days I have been mulling over how our family is going to transition from having 3 with a puppy to 4. And like I said, it's another baby boy, and my toddler, Harvey, he's 2 years old, and his personality is a little bit more possessive of me, territorial. Every time I hold another baby, he comes running up to me, "Mommy, hold me, hold Harvey," which is so sweet, but it has me thinking of different scenarios, and fear can quickly arise in my heart as to how this transition is going to go. When I have to nurse baby boy and Harvey has to sit beside me, he can't sit in my lap. Or when Harvey wants to be held and I have another baby in my arms and I can't hold him. And so that's kind of where my heart is. One of my girlfriends told me a scenario that happened to her that was really interesting. I had never considered this scenario before, of her oldest boy. When the baby boy was born, he didn't necessarily resent the baby. He actually accepted the baby with open arms. He was so excited about his baby brother, but he actually turned his anger and bitterness towards his mom, and they had such a sweet relationship prior to the baby being born, and then all of a sudden it was like, I'm mad at you, I don't want to play with you, I don't want you to hold me, don't even think about trying to brush my teeth, like type of thing. And that wasn't really a scenario I had played through in my mind of a possibility of how Harvey might respond. He might look to me with, what have you done? What did you bring into this house? He's crying all the time. Your attention's always on him. And so for my husband and I, we have our faith to really go back to and really cling to in moments of fear. And for you, it may just be talking through it with a friend or talking through it with your doctor or your midwife and say, I don't really know what to do in this situation. What would be the best approach in that situation? We, as parents to Harvey, are trying to combat that fear with as much intentional conversation with Harvey about baby boy. He does have a name. I just am not disclosing it yet. As much conversation about baby boy with Harvey as we can. So, we put the infant car seat in the car and Harvey gets to sit by baby boy and sing to him when he starts to cry in the car. And Harvey, you get to help change baby boy's diapers, and when baby boy is born, you get to help feed him, and you can help mommy when she's changing baby boy and things like that. Just putting a little bit of pride and responsibility of, he is your little brother and you get to foster and cultivate a really sweet relationship with him too. And so he talks about him. He came to the last ultrasound and was able to see baby boy on the TV. So there's been things that we've tried to do, but still in my heart, I have this residing, churning fear, if you will, that I'm a little scared of what the first few weeks, first few months, who knows how long, the transition will take from going to one child to two. I've had a lot of friends that have just mentioned, oh yeah, that the transition from 1 to 2 is definitely the hardest. Not 3 to 4, not 5 to 6 children. It was actually going from 1 to 2 because they're used to just having all of your attention all the time. And then it one day just changes. So that's this mama's fear. I'm a little on edge about it, but like I said, trying not to feed that fear. And so I wanted to be vulnerable with you guys. I want this channel to be somewhere that you can come and hear honest, heart-wrenching things of motherhood, and maybe have a scenario that you can think through, or you can hand to me of saying, this is my experience and it was actually really great. And you may experience the perfect transition that I could even imagine. It might even be better than I imagine. And what a blessing that would be. But that's not reality sometimes. So anyways, I wanted to share that with you guys, share my heart a little bit, and I will let you know, I'm sure, in the coming days, as soon as baby boy arrives, how the transition's going. So stay tuned. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Mama out.